Hey planner friends! Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be planning from the 20th to the 26th of March in my Hemlock and Oak weekly. Let's get started! So the kit that I'm using this week is Over the Rainbow from Josephine Bow Designs, and it's this gorgeous spring kit with a lot of hollow foil all over it, so I'm doing my first sparkly spread in this planner. So you may have noticed that this video is a bit shorter than my normal ones. I was 100% planning on doing a plan as I go style video this week, and then it got to Thursday and I realised that I had filled out 4 days of my planner without filming any of them. I usually try and do a plan as I go video when I don't have very much planned for the week, so this week I had a couple of days of annual leave where I didn't have a lot planned, so my planner does look kind of empty after the pre-planning, but you'll see in the final spread that I had to make a lot of changes to this spread throughout the week, so I got the undo out quite a few times. It would have been a really good week to show off how I memory plan and move things around when I'm using non-removable stickers. So yeah, that's a really long way of saying sorry that this video is so short, but I literally don't have any more footage to put in it. So as you can see, I've got my sidebar done and I'm just adding in my date covers. The box I've used for my daily focus box is just one that I pulled out of my stash, but everything else is from the kit. As with all the kits I've used in this planner so far, I've trimmed all of the date covers by like 1 millimeter so that I have that tiny bit of white space between each column, and I've done the same with the glitter headers. Although I guess these aren't really glitter headers, they've just got clouds and sparkles on them. Tuesday was the first day of spring, so I've got a paint swatch box from the kit and I've added that in before the header, and then on Saturday and Sunday I'm using one of the 15mm pieces of washi from the kit and overlaying that with the weekend banner also from the kit. Because this kit didn't come with any deco, I've used quite a lot of Paper Shire spring stickers all over the spread, just to continue amping up the fact that this week was the first week of spring. The date dots that I'm using are my usual ones from Plannerface, and I actually remembered to use all of the right numbers this week, and then I'm adding in another piece of washi to split up my vertical planning section and my reflection section along the bottom. This cloud washi was the tiniest bit too thick to take up my usual amount of space for this washi section, so I trimmed like 1 millimeter off the top and bottom because I didn't want to get rid of any of the foiling or any of the cloud designs. I can then add in all of my decorative boxes, so as usual I've got the locations of these planned out in my iCal in front of me, and I've also trimmed 1 millimeter off the side so that I have that bit of white space between the columns. I was trying to be really careful with these because they are permanent stickers, so they don't peel up very well, and also when you move things around you can like crack the foiling and make it look really weird, so I was really hoping that I wouldn't end up doing that, but you will see it later in the plan with me that I end up getting the undo out and moving things around before I even start memory planning. This kit was pretty perfect for this week because it does have such a like rain and rainbow theme, because it did rain pretty much all week. We're definitely getting those April showers a little bit earlier than expected this year. But once we've got my final boxes in, I'm going to give you a little bit of a wiggle of the base of the spread, and then we can move on to my plans for the week. So zooming in and starting on Monday, this was the start of the second part of my oncology rotation, so I'm using a quarter box from the kit to mark that in. Because these stickers are permanent, I'm doing all of my little trimming of 1 millimeter out of them off camera, just because I don't want to stick them down and then trim them on the page. I'm then going to add in a blob of my theme colour and this Stick with the Plan Co-Girl working at her desk to mark in my checklist for work this day, and then to finish off the work day I'm just drawing a line with my passion marker, which is the monthly theme colour of Vintage Moss for this month. For Monday evening, I've marked in my checklist using a laundry doodle from Plannerface, and then we can move on to Tuesday where I really struggled with the spacing, so we're about to get really messy doing this. I'm first using a flag with a payday script from Plannerface and a little piggy bank which is also left over from a Plannerface monthly kit, and then I really wasn't happy with how the Stick with the Plan Co-Girl was fitting in for my checklist for this day, so because these are non-removable stickers I've got the undo out. If you don't know what undo is, it's this liquid which I think is basically just isopropanol, but I'm not 100% sure, and it just removes your stickers from paper without damaging the paper or the sticker. So you just use the little scoop that comes attached to it to peel the sticker off the paper and then wait for everything to dry, and then you should be able to put your stickers back down where they were, or where you want to put them instead. It does leave a little bit of a sticky residue which you can just get rid of by rubbing with an eraser, but I was just going to put stickers straight back over where the sticky bit was left, so it didn't matter anyway. For Tuesday evening I was planning on going to team training, so I'm using a half box from the kit with a Joy of Planning weightlifting girl to mark that in. I played around with the spacing of this as well because I wanted to fit in my Tuesday checklist in between the decorative box and team training, so I'm just adding that in with another blob of my theme colour and one of these little layering elements from the kit. Wednesday was the first day of my annual leave, and this was the day that I had nothing planned because I just wanted to relax. So I've added in a day off script and planner face, and then I'm adding in this emoji with a money jar to mark in mostly doing some finance stuff with my to-do list. And then I planned on doing some yoga this day, so I've added in a Pinky Stickers printable. Thursday and Friday ended up swapping over because of some train issues, but originally on Thursday I was planning on going to Bath for a day out with my mum. This ended up moving to Friday, so I had to switch these 2 days around completely. I've had that holo plant sticker in my stash for a while and I have no idea where it's from, but it fit perfectly with the spread, so I figured it should go in. And then moving on to Friday, I was planning on doing a weight session this day, but I ended up going to team training again on Thursday. And then I'm just using a flag from the kit and a planning script from planner face to mark out some planning time on Friday. Once I've got my checklist for Friday marked in that I'm going to move anyway, I can move on to Saturday. So because I wanted to use as many foily elements as I could for this kit, I didn't want to waste the second habit tracker, so I've used that to layer over with a half box to mark in team training rather than 2 half boxes. Before going to team training, I'm editing and recording this voiceover, so I've added in a quarter box from the kit with an edit script and planner face. And because some of the quarter boxes in this kit had a little cloud on one side, I've used that as my bit of deco for this box instead of actually getting a bit of deco or an icon out of my stash. I'm then marking in my checklist for Saturday with another layering piece from the kit, and then we can move to the end of Saturday where I'm adding in another one of these paint swatches to mark in that this is the day that the clocks change in the UK. I can then add in my half box for whatever we get up to on Saturday evening, and I'm marking that with a paper Shire Vanilla from the spring sheet again. Moving on to Sunday, I'm first marking in my little checklist with a emoji doing some vacuuming, and then I'm marking in uploading this video with a little thing that I got out of my stash, a YouTube button from Ickle & Co and an upload script and planner face. I can then add in my Pinky Stickers printable for my accessories session on Sunday, and that is pretty much it for my plans for the week. So despite the issues that I had with the non-removable stickers and moving things around too much, I didn't actually have a whole lot planned for this week, so that's why this video is so short and why I was going to do a plan as I go style video. But now I've got all of my stickers down, I can go back in and fill in all of my plans as usual using my Pilot Friction pen. Just a little aside before I tell you about my week, if you do use a Pilot Friction pen on Josephine Bow Designs paper, you can't erase it because it will rub the ink off with the friction. I learnt that the hard way the first time that I tried to erase my pen over one of these stickers. So this week has been pretty chill. I've been looking forward to this annual leave for quite a while. I was originally supposed to go abroad this weekend, but some circumstances meant that just wasn't going to happen, and we've pushed that trip back to maybe later in the year. I'm not 100% sure yet, but that's when my mum came up and we just had a nice day out in Bath instead of going abroad. So it was really nice just having 2 days of work and then having a couple days off to completely decompress. And then Friday we just had this really nice day out. Obviously in my planner at the moment it still says that it was on Thursday, but I spent a lot of time undoing a lot of the stickers that I put down in this planner because I had to move things around. So I basically just treated myself this week to some extra team training over in the club rather than in my local gym, and I was super happy that I decided to do that because I was maxing out some stuff this week and I made some lifts that I don't think I would have made if I didn't have my coach there just telling me that I was able to do them, and I should just stop psyching myself out about it. Aside from team training and a day out, I've pretty much just chilled at home and played The Sims, and also caught up on some chores around the house that I've been putting off for a while. So I'm feeling pretty accomplished, but I'm also glad that I still have Monday and Tuesday off next week. For my weekly focus this week, I've just popped in that I had some annual leave, and I've obviously done pretty well at focusing on that because I've not gone into work by accident on any of the days that I had annual leave. But that is everything for my pre-planning. Let's take a look at the finished spread. So here's the spread all filled out, and I'm super happy with how this turned out. I haven't used very many kits by Josephine Bow Designs in the past, mostly because I want to hang on to my foily kits to use them for a special occasion, and having annual leave this week was enough of a special occasion for me. As you can see, the spread has changed a lot since my pre-planning, but I just love all of the sparkles, and I really think that the sparkles pop when there's no glossy sticker paper around to kind of also shine when the sparkles are sparkling. So just do a little wiggle to show off some of that foil, and then we'll check in with Reggie, who had his first zoomies since he got sick in December this week. So that's everything for this video, friends. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments down below. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed it, and if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you next time. Bye!